Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Young Guns. In this video, we're going to review Hot Springs KOA.
So Hot Springs KOA is about 10 to 15 minutes east of the actual city of Hot Springs, but it's a really nice in, out, quick stop if you are going to Hot Springs or if that's a destination that you need to stop for the night. It is a holiday, so in the category of KOAs, it is a little bit nicer than a journey. A journey is typically just a spot where you rest your head for the night and then keep on trucking. But this one does have a lot of amenities that go with it, and it's a nice location.
A place you could spend a few days at if you really choose to.
Yeah.
So we stayed in site D5. I know you're a big stickler for telling people what site we stayed at, so they know. And we'll throw the map up here. But all the sites are pretty much the same, similar. They're all gravel sites. They have your 50 amp, 30 amp sewer and water, which is really nice, full hookups. But when you come into the site, man, the road is full of potholes. I hope they get that fixed.
I'm sure they will. I mean, RVs do a lot of damage on roads, so.
Yeah, and the turn into the place is kind of steep.
Yeah, and there's not a great sign either. So it just kind of jumps out at you.
The road has a lot of battle scars from trailers and stuff hitting it. So if you have a low trailer like an Airstream or something, be very careful when you're turning into this.
But it's also right next door to an off-road park, so that could be the culprit too.
Well, I don't know if high lifted Jeeps and stuff are going to be scraping the road.
No, but people bring trailers and stuff like that.
That's true. But needless to say, it is kind of steep, so be careful. But when you come into this park, you'll quickly realize that you'll pass through a bunch of spots, but the hill going up to the office is very steep. So,
it's quite a doozy. We walked it several times, and us flatlanders always paid the price for it.
Yep, so I hope you have a good truck pulling your trailer or motorhome.
Yeah.
Hope it's powerful. But when you pull up to the office, you'll notice immediately that they have a pool. And they have a quaint little office.
Yeah, they have greeting cats as well. I was excited.
And inside that office is a pretty good sized store.
Yep, they have all the basic things that you might need when you're there. For instance, one day I ran out of like Splenda, had to run in the store. They had it right there. Yeah,
KOAs are kind of hit or miss as far as what they have in the stores and how big they are. But this one was a nice size one.
So I know we mentioned that as soon as you pull in, you see the nice pool, but there's also other amenities there. It looks abandoned when you first pull up, but there is a putt-putt there that you can go and you can get the clubs and the balls and everything you need, and you can go play putt-putt right across the way.
Yeah, I don't think we can really overstate that, the fact that a KOA has a freaking putt-putt. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's not a glamorous one, but I mean, it's fun. We did it one afternoon, like, as the sun was going down. There's also walking trails that you can take. There is a dog park. We didn't have our dogs with us for this trip, but there's a dog park, there's a playground, there's, a fishing pond that you can go to. So there's lots of amenities there that you can take part in if you just want to stay there for a couple days.
Yeah, because in our experience, we've been to Hot Springs several times. Most of the time was for pleasure. One time was to recover a stolen item, but we'll cover that in a future video. But Hot Springs doesn't really have a ton to offer as far as tourism, so it's nice to have a park that has some things to do for the kids and your family, and while you're not in town.
Yeah, and we've already done a video over Hot Springs when we stayed at another, but Hot Springs is definitely, I think it's one of those national parks that people don't even realize it's a national park.
Well, yeah, because there's a town right in the middle of it.
So it makes it unique. So it is one of those parks that I do recommend everybody go and visit, and we've yet to do the bathhouses, so I still want to go back to Hot Springs one day.
Dang you, COVID.
Dang it. We'll get there.
Yeah, one day. So just like I didn't want to overstate the putt-putt, or understate it, I should say, so another big thing they have there in the park is breakfast. They have their own breakfast restaurant.
Yeah, we were right across from it. We didn't go because we had planned all of our meals, but...
Yeah, we were on a family vacation, so we kind of had meals planned together and all that.
Yeah.
But man, having a breakfast restaurant on site every day is pretty freaking awesome.
We definitely got to smell the eggs and the bacon, which was great.
Yep. And it's probably really great for this park too, because we noticed while we were there that this park has heavy traffic, meaning that it seems like people are in and out every day.
Yeah, I think we had 3 different neighbors while we were there.
Yeah, we weren't there that long, only a few days.
Yeah, but everyone was super friendly, but it is, highly traveled.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a location. It just happens to be a convenient spot to stay.
A lot of the people we were talking to were, you know, coming from like the Nashville area, and it's just kind of a good mid stopover point that people were using, I think.
Speaking of dogs, there they are in the background barking away.
Yeah.
Probably at cats.
Who knows?
So back to the sites themselves specifically, they are gravel, which I'm not a huge fan of. They're mostly level, at least ours was. We did actually have to use some blocks to get it fully level at this particular site, which I think was the only one of the trip.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but needless to say, it was pretty close. So it is gravel, it's not concrete. I'm not a huge fan of that. But the park does have decent Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been to a RV park yet in our short tenure that had awesome Wi-Fi, but as far as compared to the other ones, I mean, it's pretty good.
We were there during the summer, and my mom, she was with us, and Virgin River, the new season, had just been let out, and so she was like finally so excited that we had an RV park where she could stream stuff. So she went in there and we didn't see her for a few hours.
Something else about this park is that it is pretty large. The odd thing is it's kind of split into two areas. The one near the office, which is kind of odd because the office is kind of in the back. So you drive through most of the park just to get to the office. And if you happen to have a spot near the front like we did, you kind of have to do this awkward turnaround thing and go through that steep area that we mentioned earlier. But it is a pretty decent sized park.
Lots of trees too.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've mentioned that, but it's very shaded, so that was nice.
Yeah. So overall, a pretty nice park. They do have the typical KOA Holiday kind of, you can rent the little buildings, like if you don't have an RV. They have those on site, those little cabins. So overall, more to give on this one. But overall, you made me go first last time, so you get to rate this one.
I would say that it's a solid 5. It's
5 out of 10.
A 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's a good, just average, middle of the road RV park. Gets the job done. Offers lots of amenities. So it's a good, solid choice. You know, really doesn't have anything unique like Catherine's Landing, the RV park we stayed at last time we were in Hot Springs. But this is a good, I think it's a good option.
Yeah, they have, like we said, a lot of stuff going for them as far as different unique things. They don't do anything really excellent. Everything is just kind of okay.
Yeah.
Well, but if you're planning on staying in Hot Springs, it's not a bad way to go.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, for a short story, this was my brother's first time in a KOA. He was pretty pleasantly impressed with the KOA. So. Yeah,
so not an excellent park, but certainly solid.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I think this one's going to come out a little short, so this is probably a quick one. But we wanted to get the end of our trip out of the way as far as reviewing the videos. I think this wraps up our week trip.
Yep, wraps it up. We've had things go on for a couple weekends, so we apologize we haven't put out a video in a second, but life happens. So.
Yeah, Labor Day, and we've had hurricanes come our way and all that, so it's part of living on the coast.
Yep.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure and follow us on all the different social medias, and we will see you on the next one, guys. Bye.